feels so good, I feel so numb.
And now, from the Cave of Wonders and recorded live in the presence of gods, welcome to the Rain Man Show.
Hello world. This is the Rain Man Show, Tuesday evening. We have returned to the airwaves to give you entertainment, love, and possibly a little bit of cunnilingus. If you're into cunnilingus, we'll give it to you.
And what is that exactly?
It's when you use your tongue and you lick ice cream vigorously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, ice cream.
Right.
On a hot, it's summertime.
It is summer.
It's hot outside.
Do we also lip popsicles?
That's what you call it, ice cream?
Yeah, and don't lick too rapidly. You might get a headache.
Is there ice cream and popsicles, or do we just do ice cream?
Popsicles is a little
Is that
too...
Andrew's thing?
It's a little too homoerotic, I think. I think I'm going to lap up an ice cream on a hot day.
We're gross.
No.
No?
No.
All right.
So get your tongues ready, gentlemen. On your marks, get set.
Is that going to be a Patreon bonus video?
Well, we're going to all have like an ice cream contest. Hey, can we do an ice cream contest where we all lick vigorously and see who wins?
The fastest tongue in the West?
Now, getting back to the brain freezes for a moment. Can you die from brain freezes?
I don't think so.
No.
But God damn it, Mike, we should be willing to try. We should at least look to find out if you can.
I think we should look into this. Tony, start Googling vigorously.
Okay.
And find out if you can die from a brain freeze. Because if not, I think we need to have a lapping contest. And we'll call it the Connielingus of contests. The Connielingus contest.
Okay.
Minus the Cunny.
We'll workshop the name a little bit.
No, I like that.
No. Minus the Cunny.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. What? Can you die from brain freezes?
I already got a couple articles. One, can brain freeze cause long-term brain damage? And local woman dead after brain freeze from area ice cream shop.
Huh. Well, then let's do a test first. Let's have a test run. We'll have, who don't we like on the network? Andrew? And
I think he's the obvious choice.
And who else can we do? Who else has failed me numerous times? See, if Greg wasn't here right now, I'd probably say Greg.
Oh,
I might. He is trying to recover.
He is
trying to recover, but it scares me because Greg is way too helpful now. Like, have you noticed that?
Upsetting.
Have you noticed that, Thomas? I
have noticed more communication from Greg. He went dark for a while.
He's very helpful.
He's jovial,
and it makes me nervous because he is. I've never known a Greg who's helpful. Like he will pipe in and be like, "Hey, Mike, I can help you out." No sarcasm.
No bullshit.
Just like, "Hey, I can be there. I get off work at 4, buddy." I'm like, and I'm waiting for the joke.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the joke, and it never happens. Okay.
And when your back is turned, the Viking X goes up your ass.
Oh my Lord, Tony. We're talking about
what Vikings do, isn't it?
No, we're talking about Connie Linguist of the ice cream cones.
Who is this Connie Linguist?
Oh my God.
Connie Linguist. Hello, Greg.
Hey.
How are you doing?
Oh, you know. Trying to
get in that mic. Get in that mic. Pretend you're performing a lapping.
It is the Andrew chair.
It is the Andrew chair.
The mental state.
I can't cross my legs like he can and fuck this chair. So
by the end of the show, he'll be fully gay.
Okay. No, that's the wrong thing.
Okay, it's not what the chair does.
All right, let's dial it back.
We just started, for God's sakes. Is this the axe moment?
Like every time you bring one of like Tony's friends in the studio, he's got to perform.
Yes.
Like usually he's quiet.
He's silent.
He only finds the right moments to jump in. But as soon as you have Brian, Greg, or his brother, he's got to start performing. He's like, all right, ass jokes.
Yeah, I look at Greg, dance, monkey, dance.
Oh, jeez.
I do like it. I do like it that he's so helpful now. I'm really scared. As before, when I was angry and always violent, it was like, hey, Greg, can you tone it down a bit? Fuck you. Don't tell me what to do, Mike.
Yeah.
And then so it's kind of,
You never really said that. You said it with your eyes.
Yeah.
And you did it and you said it with your bits that you submitted to the network.
I did one time threaten you on air, but that was after you ousted me for having Amanda around your house. So.
Did you really threaten me on the network?
I said if you brought it up again, I'd walk over there and beat the shit out of you.
No, you never said that. Jesse Hansen. Jesse Hansen is an avid listener, and last week I accused him of stealing content. This week I'd like you to go to the archives, if you remember, and find that show, because he's the only person that knows where the Casder Radio archives is. I don't even know where people go to find those. I thought I deleted them, and I found out through an email today that another listener has now found them, and they are listening to them.
It's the lost episodes. It's this like little treasure that
the
the
lost
Rain Man Network
episodes.
has.
I wish they were lost. I wish they were lost. I don't know where people are finding them. But I don't think you actually threatened me. I think you got really angry.
I might have threatened you off air, but
Yeah.
I just remember.
Stay in that mic, Greg.
Yeah,
I think I just remember basically telling you do it again.
Project from the diaphragm.
I would beat the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, you're gonna
So-
beat the shit out of me in a second if I go over there and shove that mic down your throat. Learn how to talk.
Let's see how the episode goes, right?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
Damn it.
So lots of choices tonight, Thomas. And it's been picking up speed a little bit on Twitter. People like the marijuana cookie shows.
Oh.
And and I don't know if I'm going to continue taking marijuana cookies, even a crumb for the show.
Not even a crumb.
I'm done.
Are you just going to go back to drinking?
I have choices. I can either do the coffee or the wine.
Are you starting
or the
a full
marijuana
service
cookie.
bar?
I think I'm going to start selling stuff behind the desk over here. Like when Tony's not performing, I'll give him a line of Coke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right, here's a line of Coke. Come over here. And then
There's a fee and everything.
Yeah.
Do we have to tip the waiter?
No,
Andrew might still try to tip the waiter.
probably.
With his dick.
Yeah.
It was implied.
He's when you tip a waiter, is it when you put your tip on his tip? Because I'll do that. I'll do that for you guys.
Is docking okay for tipping with waiters?
Oh, God.
So what's on the menu for tonight then?
I don't know what's on the menu besides wine, but I'm wondering if we should start a thing every week and we just all have the listeners do it. Let's get them all
Make it
wasted.
a whole thing.
Let's get our listeners strung out. Like how pushermen want to keep them addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
When you find that local weed guy, usually that local weed guy pretends to be your friend. He says, "Oh, we're buddies. Let's hang out." As long as you're buying the drugs, because you keep them strung out and you keep them coming back. You always give them just enough, right?
Right.
Well, obviously my talent can't keep people coming back. So I figure what we can do.
Short.
So I figured what we can do is just get them all on drugs. Let's start.
Is that in the business model?
We'll just make it a drinking show and say, hey, let's share in the full experience. It's no fun watching a 3D movie with only one member of the audience wearing 3D glasses. And that's what I feel like right now. I feel like I'm the only person wearing 3D glasses. So I'm thinking I'm going to get everybody in the studio involved in drug abuse as well as the audience. I think that works.
Do we get to choose our drug of choice, or is that like an audience votes for whoever has to be strung out on?
Well, we already know you're a marijuana guy. That's the only drug. That's the only drug you do. And let's be honest, it's not really an illicit drug nowadays.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Will we do heroin?
Oh,
we know Tony's choice.
he's got to deal with the pain.
Smack?
Man, that's some hard shit. Have you ever done anything like that, Tony?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. I would think Tony would, though.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, young
I would have
Tony.
put money on it at least once.
Yeah.
At least on the record, no. No.
My dad's listening to this show,
Yeah.
goddammit.
What's wrong with you?
I'm drug free. What
No,
about you, Greg?
Absolutely not.
Drug of choice? Or do you do drugs?
I don't do drugs.
Never?
He's high on
No.
himself.
I've been straight edge since I was 18.
Yeah, way to go.
That's right. Weren't you straight edge in terms of sex as well?
No, I was
Wasn't
stupid.
that-
No, I was stupid, and I believed in Jesus Christ and wanted to wait till I got married to the right Christian girl. So.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember you said that on Men with the Lives back in the day. That
Yeah,
you
I was a
actually
fucking moron. So
Is it now when we met you, Greg? Were you a virgin, or was it shortly before you met us?
shit. I think it might have been right before I lost.
Get on that mic because you're going to be a virgin again soon.
I think it was right before I lost it. I met you guys.
Okay.
So
Who did you lose your virginity to?
it was this girl named Jennifer.
She tells him the whole name, social security,
I'm not
address.
telling her last
She
name.
lives at.
He was
She came-
about to.
She came into the comic book shop I worked at
Yeah,
the
she did.
time. Yeah, she did. And apparently she had a fucking crush on me. I don't know how that happened because she was like, if you compare, like she was like a fucking 9, and I'm a good hard 3
Yeah, on a good day.
on a good day. If I shower.
Oh,
And
And a
Why is
roofie is
that an
involved.
If I shower, I'm a 3.
And she like this. I go, hey, do you want to hang out Saturday night like this one week? And there was a hardcore show that I was going to, and she didn't show up. I'm like, all right, cool. She bailed on me. I'm going to the show. She fucking shows up, and then that night, well,
You guys make sweet love.
yeah, apparently I looked hot moshing and punching other people in the face. So
Dang. Mean Greg.
It's an animalistic thing.
Mean Greg racks up women.
There you go.
So if
Then
he
it got
takes
nice, and then it
if he takes a shower, he's a 3. If he punches people, he's a 4.
yeah,
Look out, ladies.
Just one.
yeah. And then if I dress up like if I wear clothes like Thomas, I can hit a solid 5.
Well, see, at least you can.
You have the ability to jump 2 points.
The good thing about Greg is he's on like he's on a what's it called, a grading curve almost. Like it
A bell
depends.
curve.
Yeah, it depends on what he does. People like us, Thomas, we're just stuck. There's nothing we can do.
Except, well, you can go down.
Oh,
You can't go up.
Definitely go down
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if I eat too much Chipotle one week, guess
You don't
what? I go from a 5 to a 3. But if I don't eat Chipotle, guess what happens? I stay a 5, a solid 5 at least.
Strong 5.
A strong 5. Yeah. So, all right. We got some breaking news. Massive cyber attacks are spreading across the globe. They were actually doing a live stream straight from the White House about this.
This was
Have
like
you guys
today,
heard about
wasn't
this?
it?
It's happening right now.
Mhm.
It's happening right now. In fact, we probably are going to get hacked while we're doing the show because allegedly everything is getting hacked right now.
I guarantee almost the only reason I haven't been hacked is because they've already looked at my bank account and been like,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Right.
They've looked at my credit score and like, God damn it, the only white guy who has shitty credit.
Get in that
Exactly.
mic. Only white guy
Exactly.
can't get on a mic.
They'll look at the numbers and be like, it's not worth it. He's got too much debt. This is going to be a whole. This will hurt us as scam artists. But I remember this whole bit of there's a virus that went around in Europe. It was a couple weeks ago that was like just completely shutting down computers.
Right.
Is this kind of similar to that, or is this something new?
I don't know what it is, but it seems very nefarious in terms of it's happening everywhere and it's happening to everyone. It seems like it's a distraction for something.
I feel like it's just trying to scare us.
I'm waiting for something to happen. It's much like this past season of House of Cards. Without giving too much away, in order to get rid of evidence, they created a massive hack. So that they can
Interesting.
create
came out
distractions.
this year.
Yeah, isn't it? Isn't that odd? That's where my conspiracy theorist mind goes to. Immediately goes to, this is a massive distraction. What's the reason behind it? What is the motive? What are they trying to get? Is there something of value that these hackers are trying to get to? Are they trying to hide something that's going on currently?
Is it well, here's conspiracy theory for you. Is it governments trying to scare us into better security and something with backdoor entries, such as that whole thing with the phone? Remember, they wanted to have that key that unlocks all phones. I could easily see that.
Yeah.
You have to remember that our government has done stuff like sell drugs to its own population to fund other wars.
Well,
and
we're
going to
be doing that soon.
Well, that's different. We're upfront about it.
Are we?
Mostly. Like 60%.
What country are you living in? Because
40%.
Let's be honest.
5%.
There we go.
All right. So according to the report, another widespread cyber attack is causing massive disruptions around the world today. Pharmaceutical giant Merck became the first major U.S. company impacted by the ransomware, announcing midday on Tuesday, today, its computer network was compromised as part of the global hack. Ukraine has been hit particularly hard as government and company officials have reported serious intrusions across the Ukrainian power grid, banks, and government offices. The country's prime minister says that the cyber attack affecting his country is unprecedented, but vital systems haven't been affected. Russia's top oil producer, Rosneft, has said it has been hacked, as well as the Danish shopping giant AP, Møller Maersk, and Britain's WPP, the largest advertising company in the world. So big giants are being hit.
This is huge.
I don't know. It does. When I heard about this, these types of things, because this is the war of the future.
Absolutely.
The war of fighting on a battlefield will always be there, but not at the scale of time of years past.
Yeah. Unless things go Mad Max level fucked up.
Right. Then we kind of revert back.
Yeah.
But this is the war of the future. So when I start hearing on the news about massive cyber attacks, these get me more concerned than Kim Jong-un trying to launch another missile into the ocean.
Yeah.
You know, because again, he only gets about 20 feet, whereas this actually reaches
the world.
Endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Way more scary.
In a matter of seconds, too.
You know what's funny is that everybody. Have you guys seen the show Mr. Robot on Amazon?
I know the show. I have not watched.
Yeah, I like it. I watched
what's
the first
funny is
season.
like hearing about shit like this. You're just like, hey, so
Yeah.
like nothing's that far from the truth anymore.
It's true. And people can point to saying, hey, it's just fiction. But a lot of these modern day TV shows are based on reality and things that have happened or are happening currently.
Well, most fiction's based on truth.
Yeah. And we're a much more educated society. You know, you can also say the opposite. I think
the smart among us are more educated.
I think a lot of us, if we want to be, if you're willing to do the research, we're a lot more in the know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the case with a lot of these television producers now who are doing shows for these boutique networks. And I'll consider HBO as a boutique network when you're comparing it to ABC and CBS. There's a lot more research, a lot more realism in their TV shows. So I'm not saying what they're doing is truth, but it is steeped in reality. It's fiction based on reality.
It's not that far-fetched even.
Yeah.
Especially as we go further along, this becomes less and less fiction.
Yeah.
Just because it is very possible.
I mean, I do have a theory amongst the cyber attacks. It could be a distraction to try to get us away from the entire Bill Cosby mistrial.
He's got that kind of money.
Hey,
that's the idea.
He has millions of Cosby bucks. Okay.
You know, to be honest, I have no idea what's happening with that, and I had forgotten about it for a little bit.
Bill Cosby, after last week's show, or 2 weeks ago, our show, and we closed down our mics. 3 days later, there was a mistrial announced.
No shit.
For one of the trials. He has another one coming up.
Really?
But a mistrial.
How?
That's what I said. I'm like, how could you? I mean, first off, I kind of figured this would happen, a mistrial. It's hard to imagine just because of everything that's happening, but you have to remember the court system and how it works. And there is a lot of...
It's easy to fuck up.
There is a lot of... people up in arms about it, especially in Hollywood, voicing their opinion about it, saying, how could this happen? But this is the time when you're dealing with something that happened decades ago, it's really, really hard to prove that it happened.
Well, not just that. I mean,
it's really hard. And you got to remember, you as a jurist, if you're doing your job, you can't base your decision on opinion.
Yeah.
It has to be based on what's in front of you. And that's why I would be, yes, I'm very good. I can be objective, but in a scenario like this, it would be really hard. I'd admit it. It'd be really hard for me to be a member of that jury because I would look at the whole thing and say, look at, where there's smoke, there's fire. I know this guy's guilty of something, so I'm just going to say he's guilty. And that would be wrong of me. That's our judicial system, as fucked as it is sometimes, is made this way so that others who are legitly innocent can get away.
Now, my understanding is that they just could not, even the judge even was asking them, have you come to a unanimous decision?
No.
It's my understanding, like that's what they just needed to have. Everyone needed to agree. And then the judge even was asking them, hey, have you come to and they just could not agree.
Yeah.
So a hung jury situation.
Yeah. Oh. But now, Bill Cosby, a guy who's being convicted by numerous parties, okay? He comes out of the all smiles. And this is the audio that was captured. And I'm being serious, okay?
Are you really?
Yes, this isn't one of my things. This is Bill Cosby walking out of the court after it was announced by the judge that it is a mistrial, that he is free of this crime, for now.
Wow.
A part of me wants to, if I didn't think he was a guilty rapist, I would probably be like, hell yeah, and laughing.
No one noticed all the kids that were following him too.
Or the plethora of women dropping behind him as he's walking because they're all drugged and passed out. This guy, I can't like him. And that shows me there's no remorse. Let's say there is no remorse. He's saying, hey, all happy that he got away with it. He's acting like he was proven innocent. Guess what, Bill? You're not proven innocent. It was a mistrial because nobody could decide what you were.
That's the very first comment I see on that video. Hey, no rapes today.
Oh.
I shouldn't laugh at that.
But that's not even not even the tip. That's only the tip of the iceberg. Have you heard what he's going to do next?
He's going to release a new line of pudding pops?
He's going out on a speaking tour.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah. To sororities across the country.
Yeah, he's going around to tell young people how to
rape women.
Yeah, literally how to get away with it.
Yeah.
First thing you do is you put the roofie in the jello and you give the girl the jello in there and pop her pudding popper. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
More, Mr. Cosby, please.
Wow. If I would have known we had Bill Cosby in studio today. Okay. Now, again, to be serious for a moment here, I do have some theories as to why it was a hung jury and as to why they couldn't come up with a guilty verdict. I do have some audio from the court.
Order in the court. In the case of the People versus Bill Cosby on multiple counts of rape and sodomy, how does the jury find the defendant, Bill Cosby? Mr. Johnson, how do you find the defendant?
Guilty, Your Honor.
How do you find the defendant?
Oh, hell, he's guilty.
Order. Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith. Is she okay?
Your Honor, during the deliberations, the women of the jury found themselves parched and asked for a drink of water. After which, I can't explain it. They all just seemed to drift off to sleep.
Yeah. Since this jury cannot come to an agreement, I have no choice but to claim this a mistrial. Mr. Cosby, you are free to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's very revealing, right?
Yeah. I was surprised by that.
Yeah. Do you have the number to their lawyers?
Very revealing.
See, I like the musical exit.
Yeah.
It seemed like a good choice by the defense.
Yeah. Yeah, it shows no remorse.
Yeah. And just go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I may change my thoughts on Bill Cosby based on this audio.
Yeah.
So stupid. Who would have thought that the Rain Man show gets such cutting edge audio from within the courthouse?
We've worked really hard to get to this point, Mike.
Yeah,
I think
it's
not
just fake news.
No, I figured if Alex Jones can get a White House press pass, why can't we?
Why not?
Yeah, have access to the Bill Cosby rape
trial of the century.
Yeah, that's the real trial of the century, right?
Well, not this one.
I would like to bring Andrew up on rape charges. He rapes me verbally and psychologically every single show.
And he does it with no remorse.
Hey, don't think it's a coincidence that Andrew hasn't been here for 2 weeks. Remember I said, hey, I need a break.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
It was all planned.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Ecosexuals believe having sex with the earth could save it. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
This was actually sent to me by a listener.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ecosexuals.
There's an entire movement, and it's almost borderline witchcraft combined with a little bit of hippie-eccentric individuals, and they truly believe in having sex with the earth.
Like,
they're
stick your dick in the dirt.
Don't you need consent?
They're humping the ground. They're humping trees. They're putting like grass masks around, like sod. You know sod?
Yeah. Oh my God, really?
Sod masks over their mouth and then like rubbing their mouths together.
Oh, I thought you
like creating
shoving
friction.
It up their asses.
Simmer down.
Is there like a glory hole in a hedge bush somewhere?
Oh, no, because that wouldn't be. That means there'd have to be somebody on the other side, an actual physical, carbon-based life form. They want to make love to the earth. Thomas.
I don't understand.
Look.
Wait,
we've already fucked the earth enough. I don't think we literally need to do it now.
In order to unfuck the earth, we must fuck the earth again.
That sounds like a shitty sci-fi movie.
I really don't get it. Like, what are you supposed to do?
At least offer dinner.
For dinner. Throw down some manure. Some
anal play then.
Yeah, there you go.
Here's a trailer audio from a movie, I guess promoting this equal ecosexual lifestyle.
You get naked and like.
Well, here it is. Listen to the audio.
We are aquaphiles, terraphiles, pyrophiles, and aerophiles.
What was that last one?
We shamelessly hug trees, massage the earth with our feet, and talk erotically to plants. We are skinny dippers, sun worshippers, and stargazers. We caress rocks, are pleasured by waterfalls, and admire the earth's curves often. We make love with the earth throughout.
Isn't that bizarre?
This is real.
This is real. This is a trailer promoting something, I believe, in Melbourne, Australia. Is that the name of the town?
That makes
You're
a lot of
just
sense.
nuts. I'm sorry, but
hey, we have listeners that live in Melbourne, Australia. I believe one of our listeners, Jane Smith. We should ask her about this. It takes place at one of their national parks, I think.
What?
And they allow people to go in there, and people are making love to
there's
the
a
plants.
guy just like jacking it onto a flower or something.
Aren't they afraid of like falling bears?
Yeah.
Bears. I don't know.
Koalas, whatever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Andrew or Thomas.
Whoa. Freudian slip there. This is just fucking weird, dude. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm offending anybody with this, but you're like what? You're walking out in the woods?
Listen, Thomas, I think if you're offending anybody by this, I don't want them listening.
I don't really think I care.
I don't want them listening. Listen, if you're into fucking the earth, guess what? Don't listen to my show. You're weird.
Like what? You just like, I just imagine somebody like having sex with a potted plant.
That's what they're doing.
You mean every time
this?
You mean every time that I put my fist in a tree, I'm actually fisting the earth?
Every time.
God.
Every time.
I mean, seriously. I mean, come on.
Do these people like cuddle with the earth afterwards, or they just leave them after they have their way with it?
Are loggers rapists?
I just
then?
walk away.
Like, this is hippie to a whole new level of just.
I don't think. I think this might be beyond being a hippie. This is.
I think you're just nuts at this point.
I have to agree with that notion because I mean you have these people who fall in love with like the Eiffel Tower and they. Yeah,
it's a building.
There are people who are sexually attracted to these things. Not just
stop.
Well, it really is, and they make love to it. Here, let's see if we can get into it with like, let's see if we can get into the mood. You know how sometimes you may not be into sex at the moment, and sometimes like I think we're all men here, and for the most part, usually our significant others who are women, because I can say that because Andrew's not here.
Andrew's not here, right?
Sometimes you got to get them into the mood. You got to do the foreplay. So let's see if that foreplay will work with us. Let's see if we can get attracted to nature. Okay. Let's set the setting.
I think we're going to need that wine.
Yeah, possibly. But let's set the mood first, okay? Before we put people down, let's try to understand them first. Let's put ourselves there. All right, we have entered the forest.
Are we naked? I don't know how this works.
It's all up to you. It's all up to you. Thomas, Callie, if you want to get naked and run, letting your balls and your dick slap your legs as you run vigorously or frolic through the prairie.
This Dances with Wolves.
And look, here comes Andrew.
Oh, God.
Tony, let me narrate this. You're making me have an innie. I'm trying to get aroused by nature. And with your boisterous voice, you're upsetting the trees. We must allow the trees to open up to us, if you understand what I'm saying.
For my fist?
Okay, now what?
Stick your nose in the bark of the closest tree. Nuzzle it with the tip of your nose.
I got a splinter.
Yeah. That's okay. That's them ejaculating. All right, serious. We're going deeper into the forest, Thomas. Farther, deeper, and deeper into the forest.
Is there a way back out? Or do I need
Is
a map?
Greg here with us in the forest? I don't know.
I lost him a mile back. I don't know.
No, fuck you guys. I'm at Jack in the Box.
That's not.
So I'm alone in the forest now?
Hold on. I'm not truly feeling this. We need to add something else to this. Hold on. There we go. Now, I think I'm ready to not only make love to that tree, but to also make love to Greg. Greg, let us not make love through intercourse or penetration, but through just looking at each other and feeling each other. You are a tree. I'm a leaf. Autumn has come, and I have now fallen. Thomas is below the tree, ready to catch me. He's now nestling the leaf between his bosoms. Tony is looking around, sweat glistening on his forehead, looking for something to fist.
My fist is lubed with sap.
Oh, Jesus.
God damn it.
Greg, being the tree, is welcoming to Tony's fist.
Oh, God.
And the sap gets sappier and glistens. And the sounds of love. And Greg is relieved. And another leaf forms. And another mite grows. Autumn comes, and I fall again. And Thomas catches me in his bosom, sticks me in his pants, and likes the way the leaf feels.
Are you a fig leaf?
We just all had sex together. Oh, hold on. We just all had sex, guys. Does that make... We just had ecosex.
Andrew's going to be jealous that he wasn't here.
I just forced you guys to have ecosex with me.
Yeah, that was...
Did you enjoy my fist?
No. No.
I think I need a shower now.
Are you going to feel... Do you feel violated, Greg, that I forced you to take part in that?
No,
I didn't ask you.
This brings me back. This brought me back to the cum cocktails.
I don't know. I mean,
what?
You know, let's not get.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it takes us down a whole other path. We don't want to get into Seth's weird readings of.
We just had sex, right? So
yeah, I think we all just made love, passionate love, and we included wildlife. Too bad Andrew missed out.
I know, he's going to be jealous.
He is.
The Rain Man Show will be right back.
Have you ever wanted something so bad that you do just about anything for it? Well, that's exactly how we feel about you. That's right. AdamandEve.com wants you so bad. We're giving you 10 free gifts with your first order. You heard me right. That's 10 free gifts to spice up your love life. First, you'll get a sexy surprise for her. Second, an adventurous toy for him. And third, a little something we know you'll both enjoy. Plus, you'll get 6 full-length adult movies on DVD. And number 10, free shipping on your entire order. That's 10 free gifts for you shy types who've never tried Adam and Eve before. Just go to AdamandEve.com and select any one item. It could be an adventurous new toy, a sexy piece of lingerie, or anything you desire. Just enter offer code DEAL30 at checkout, and you'll get all 10 free gifts, including free shipping. That's offer code DEAL30. That's DEAL30 at AdamandEve.com.
All right, Patreon. Patreon.com/RainManDigital is the place to go for your additional Rain Man Digital content. And yes, we are now opening up a tier starting, I want to say, it's going to be late July, early August. We will be starting a new tier that'll be specifically for Rain Man. Due to popular demand, wanting more additional shows, we will be making that possible.
Yeah, I know we've heard a lot of people wanting to see more Rain Man shows. We've been talking about doing more. So this is going to be for those people who are looking to get not just the best of moments, but entirely new shows.
Yeah, all new shows. We will still do the best of video cast, but we're going to be doing 3 to 4 more additional shows for Patreon subscribers, specifically for the Rain Man tier. We're still working on the dollar amount because of the nature of the show. It's probably going to be above the $10 tier, probably like $11 or $12 a month.
Nothing nuts, though.
No. Cheaper than
any of the hosts?
Yeah.
Because we're all a bunch cheap.
Yeah, we're cheap prostitutes.
Yeah.
We like living in the red light district, and we're going to continue doing that type of content for you.
Maybe that'll be the name of it, from the red light district.
So patreon.com/RainManDigital. Head over there, start contributing now so we can get there sooner.
Do you you want to hear more, or did you miss a show? No problem. Find us on Stitcher or iTunes. Just search Rain Man. Welcome back. You're listening to The Rain Man Show on Rain Man Digital with your host, Michael Flores.
So Bill O'Reilly and his terrible podcasting endeavors continues as he continues to try to promote himself. He is popping up more and more in other news outlets, trying to be interviewed where he can drop a plug on his podcast that has now moved from 3 minutes to 5 minutes to 15 minutes with a promise of moving to a full hour in the near future. I mean, talk about a career.
How the mighty have fallen.
I mean, how do you just not slit your wrist at that if you're Bill O'Reilly?
Is he thinking that he's probably going to carry along and maybe ride everything on his podcasting from here on out?
I think so. I think he, at one point, was saying that he may return to TV, but then I want to say there was an interview 2 or 3 days ago where he accidentally said something very revealing to his career. And he said, hey, and we may just continue on this podcast thing. Ooh. So I think he's not getting any takers for his show.
I'm assuming so. Like, I would assume that a guy like him would have caught on to a network by now.
But where's he going to where's he going to sell these cool little O'Reilly no spin zone bags, these tote bags? Where is he going to get? How is he going to get rid of those, Thomas?
Goodwill.
He's got a bunch of them in stock and in storage. How is he going to get rid of those? It's true.
I don't get how after having a successful, because whether or not you liked him, a massively successful show on a news network, multiple books written and sold, I would just tap out, dude. Yeah. I would tap out of life, go into retirement.
Tap out of life.
And enjoy.
I'm done.
Dude, think about it, though. If every day of your life is this vitriolic news cycle 24/7, you've earned your rest, whether you like him or not. Dude, take a fucking break. Yeah. This is just sad.
Yeah. You know what? I've been listening to a lot of his interviews because I get sucked into his
vortex.
A bit, I do, because it's interesting what he's doing. Like, he is deflecting. He's not really addressing a lot of the allegations. In his dialogue, when he converses with others in these interview shows, he makes it about a target that he has on his back, and that him and other members of the conservative right have this target on their back. Now, which, listen, they do, but so do members of the left. Everybody has, if this day and age, nobody likes other opinions. If you have an opposing opinion, they're going to make sure you feel the pain. It doesn't matter if you're left or right. So he is right. There is a target on his back, but he's no different than anybody else out there in the news circuit right now, talking their
piece,
right? Their ideology or their views on the news. Unfortunately, if you have an opinion, you also have haters. You have a target on your back. And he's turning this entire fiasco into almost like it's like he's making himself a martyr almost, that he took the fall, that he should have fought back, and that it wasn't about sexual harassment. It was about the things he was saying. And I have to someone's got to break the news to O'Reilly that what he was talking about on the news wasn't breaking. He wasn't breaking any news. He wasn't cutting edge news. Nobody was Nobody was afraid of the information you were dropping to the public, Bill O'Reilly, in between selling your pens and your tote bags.
He was nearly 100% a subjective after the fact opinion piece.
Yeah, just like I complained about Jon Stewart and Bill Oliver, who I hate, John Oliver, how you can throw a topic at me and I guarantee you I know how they're going to respond to it. There's nothing unique or different or really polarizing about their ideas because you already know exactly what they're going to say. Bill O'Reilly is the opposite of that in terms of he's on the right side. You already know what he's going to say.
Yeah.
There's no new, oh, wow, Bill O'Reilly actually thinks that. Pretty cool. No, it's like, we already know what he's going to say. Let's turn it off.
We've been listening to the same stories for 20 years.
Has he been on 20 years?
He has been on for 20 years.
I think Bill O'Reilly should just go back to cussing. Fuck it, let's do it live.
Yeah. Become an internet meme.
I want angry O'Reilly. He needs to resurface.
With the internet, he would almost guarantee he would get more views.
I think so.
If he went back to angry, fuck it, we're doing it live, Bill O'Reilly. This is just kind of sad.
Well, it gets sadder, Thomas, because he's being interviewed, and it's amazing when you listen to news and they're satelliting. Is that a word?
I don't think so.
They're networking him in to the show, and this is what he's amounted to. Okay.
Create chaos in the American election. All right. So all those things now being confirmed by Comey. Then we get into the Flynn thing.
This sounds like Tony's comic book clutter.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what Bill O'Reilly has amounted to. Talking in a basement on a terrible, shitty connection in a mic.
He sounds underwater.
How did he get my stuff?
I'm half expecting him.
Is he in a pillow
So
fort?
stupid. I'm half expecting him to contact me like Jesse Hansen and ask me what equipment I use.
He probably bought Tony's.
Hey, listen, Bill O'Reilly, we're going to be offering a Patreon tier where you can actually learn how to podcast and use the equipment we use so you can have a better connection. Contact me.
Appropriate contact.
Hey, Bill O'Reilly, patreon.com/RainmanDigital. Going to be about $40. We're going to teach you. We're going to teach you how to podcast. Make sure your audio sounds tight.
With Russia, okay? The vice president found out about it.
And what's worse is the audio changes in the middle of him talking, which I don't know how that happens. So watch. It changes about 3 times.
Flynn lied to Pence, and that's why Flynn was fired. After the firing, the president had a conversation alone with James Comey. Huge mistake.
Okay, I think he got under a desk now.
Yeah.
Flynn's out. Can you lighten up on this? Inappropriate. Should not have done it. But that's it.
That's it.
That's what happened. Now, then we learn that Comey himself, because he was disturbed about that conversation, wrote memos. They call it contemporaneously. So he takes his pen and he writes it down and he discusses it.
It gets worse.
Guys, just like the FBI, but they decide.
Yeah, this is how he's broadcasting now, his thoughts.
Look, we don't know what the intent was, so we're not going to report it, or we're not going to...
Now, to be fair, this isn't his show, but in the past, he would have had these same conversations within his studio, talking to other news people. He's talking from his basement now with a shitty system.
Do anything. We're just
if I was this news guy, like, Bill, I like you, brother. We've been friends for a long time, but guess what? Get a better system, and we might call you.
Yeah.
Because your thoughts are not that interesting to deal with this terrible audio.
Put it in the drawer. But Comey didn't put it in the drawer. Comey gave it to a friend of his in New York City who leaked it to the New York Times.
And he admitted today that he leaked it. He just had no problem with that. We have all this trouble with leaks now, and he was just sitting there defiant. I leaked it.
I mean, Bill O'Reilly is literally one step away from just, going back old technology.
All right, this is Bill O'Reilly broadcasting from the Bill O'Reilly No Spin Zone. I have some record-breaking news to talk about with everybody that, it's very dangerous. The left is out to get us all, and I never touched anybody's vagina, I never sexually harassed anybody, but I have a target on my back. Comey was trying to break this news to everybody. He was abruptly fired by Donald Trump. Can you guys hear me well?
Tony, can you fix that audio at all?
Can you guys actually hear me?
Nothing wrong with it.
Do you guys actually hear me?
Bill, can you hold on just saying we're having some technical difficulties, it's seeming, from the back end. It might be us. It might be us. It's not fucking us, dude. I swear to God, it's not fucking us.
I mean, honestly, though. Oh, shit.
Oh, we lost him.
He's affecting the Rain Man Digital Network.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't the moon landing clearer than that?
I was. Yeah.
Both picture and sound from fucking space.
Someone send me over the link of the
moon landing audio.
Yeah, give me bring me not the audio, but the what was said by who landed on the moon? Armstrong.
Yep.
Neil Armstrong.
Send me. Jesus. Come on, simmer down. That was a long time ago.
Sure.
I mean, send me those
lines.
Send me those lines.
One small step for man.
I mean, this sounds better. This sounds better than Bill O'Reilly podcast. One small step
for man.
One
giant
wait, hold on. That's sexist. That's sexist. One small step for humanity. I'm going to rewrite history right here. Forget taking down Confederate statues. I'm going to rewrite the actual moon landing. One small step for women. One smaller step men.
One giant leap.
One giant leap for mankind and transgenders. 4 steps for gay men. And 5 for scissoring lesbians. Is my audio better than O'Reilly? Tell me now.
Yeah. And we're from space, so that's...
And I'm actually in space rewriting history. Using 1970s technology. And we shall not go out... I don't know where I'm going with this.
Say you lost that quote.
But we will go on...
This our Independence Day?
And we sound better than Bill O'Reilly.
America.
And this is why you keep your dick in your pants. Because then you broadcast from the moon with 1970s technology. I mean, it's embarrassing. Can you imagine?
Bobby just sent me a message. He's like, the no spin zone is in the laundry room.
Hey, we used to do Pin with the Lives from the laundry room, didn't we, Greg?
Yep.
I think the first...
You have come farther than Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. Well, but we still had better audio than Bill O'Reilly, even back in 2001 or 2012 when I was broadcasting out of my laundry room and garage. Oh, Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah, that's just come
give
on.
up.
Just stop. Go on vacation. Take a fucking break.
He has tons of money. Just hold on to your dignity. If you can't broadcast correctly, then don't do it at all.
Do the opposite of the famous quote. Go quietly into the night and shut the fuck up.
That was the line I was looking for.
I know it was.
Thanks for helping me, asshole.
You started talking again.
All right. So enough of Bill O'Reilly. We got some emails from some listeners. Margot Adams writes, "Hi, Michael. I just want to say that I still enjoy your Rain Man shows, and my favorite is the Supernatural, the Crossroads show.
Yay.
I think you guys are awesome, and it's great listening to you. It puts a smile on my face." And that's really the goal, right? Just to be silly. We do get serious from time to time, but it always circles back to stupidity.
Having fun and stupid stuff.
Every time. I hope you get the chance to interview the actors from Supernatural. P.S. I found your old shows. This is what I was talking about from Casra Radio. Please don't listen to those, Margot.
No, listen to them.
Yeah.
Please don't listen to those.
Do not do like society is and erasing our history.
Look for comic book clutter.
Yeah, I'm going to You know what? Yes. Now I understand the pulling down of Confederate statues.
Oh, you ass.
Because I'm going to pull down the Casra Radio archive.
No, leave it up. A monument to all your sins.
No, I do. Greg, do you want people to hear those?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
See, me and Greg, the ones who were on those shows all the time, do not want people to listen to those shows.
I want everyone
Not only
to
was
know.
the audio bad, but I was drunk every single show.
But was
Face
it
your
Bill,
fears. Face your fears.
but was it Bill O'Reilly bad?
No, it
No, it was
wasn't.
still better than Bill O'Reilly.
So
Even the
now
show
you
had
have
the-
something you have to prove. That you, from the beginning, were better than he is now.
That's true.
Our show in the strip club is even better than what he has now.
Oh, fond memories.
That's
that
pretty
day.
true. We had better sound quality than Bill O'Reilly. I don't understand how hard it is to get quality sound. Why am I getting back into this? I'm done with that. Anyways, Margot, let's not listen to Casra Radio.
Let's listen to Casra Radio.
And she said, I was listening to those and it was great, but I love the Rain Man show better.
See?
Take care. Thank you, Margot, for listening. Also, Tabitha, I apologize if I say this name incorrectly. Tabitha Bahidi Tyree.
I want to say so. At least Tyree.
I
know the last name's at least.
I like how you go with the simple one.
Yeah.
The sentence is realism at its most. I know it said it's.
And most.
Realism? I'm not sure. I realized a terrible thing today, she says. I heard the collective groan of my friends in a conversation. I am the Andrew of my friend group. I am the vortex. And she puts an exclamation. It almost should be like this.
I am the vortex.
And you got to fade away, right?
Yeah. P.S. I found your old oh, wait, wrong one. I was like, oh, shit, she found them too.
She just vortexed you.
She says, LOL, your show is hilarious. Yeah, thank you, Tabitha.
See, there's always an Andrew in the group.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who it is, it might be you.
We need to make a shirt that says that. I am the Andrew. Or I am the vortex.
I am the vortex.
We need to workshop
Hashtag
it.
Rain Man Show.
But I think that might be a good shirt. I am the vortex or I am the Andrew.
Yeah.
Also, a few people have pitched their ideas in terms of Patreon tiers, Thomas.
Okay.
Some people want to get rid of Andrew completely. But a lot of people are coming. It's amazing that, first off, I should know this already. If I bring Andrew in the show, I should know that I'm doing I'm doing good, right? I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know what my audience wants for the most part. I keep him in check.
I think so.
If I didn't keep him in check, people wouldn't like him. I think because I keep him in line, I think people like him because of the fact that Tabitha said that she is the Andrew. If you're admitting that you're the person, you're that person, then obviously you don't hate the guy and you don't dislike him. But also there was a gentleman, of course, I think he's the Rain Man Digital official hater of Rain Man Digital listener official hater of Andrew. He writes, "Is there a Patreon tier that we can do without Andrew?"
Andrew free episode.
An Andrew free Patreon tier for Rain Man Show. And I'm tempted to do that. However, then Sarah Plemons follows up on the same thread and says, no, we love Andrew. Everyone should have a little Andrew in their lives. Followed by Ann Thomas.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't know if you should take that as a compliment because she puts you in the same category as...
Am I as bad as Andrew?
I think she's shipping you and Andrew. I think she's writing fan fiction.
That I'm not surprised by.
Fan fiction, there's people out there writing fan fiction of Andrew and Thomas having sex with plants and trees and leaves.
As long as the roles are in their right place.
And what would that role be, Thomas?
I'm in charge.
And okay, so as long as you're in charge, you would be okay with that fan fiction.
Yeah, write your fiction.
So editor's prerogative. If you were the editor of Sarah Plemons' fan fiction, Greg is raising his hand. Yes, Greg.
I was just saying hi to Bobby. That's all.
Oh, Bobby's in the series. Jesus Christ!
That chair turned you into a vortex.
Well, he's all excited. What are you like? Is he going to give you a blowjob or something, Greg? Like he literally got super excited that why does everybody like Bobby? Bobby walks in and Greg's all, hey, I'm over here, Bobby. Hey, look at me. Hey, I'm right here.
Because I thought Greg did legitimately have something to add, like he came up with a bit in his head. No, Bobby's in the background.
I was about to get happy because I'm like, Greg's finally contributing and actually doing what he's here to do. But no, he's excited that Bobby walked into the studio. Hey, look at me. I've never seen Greg that excited for anything. We've offered the guy free pizza. And it makes a smile. Greg is he's very unexcitable, Greg, if you've noticed, Thomas. He doesn't.
It's straight edge. You can't get excited by offering him drugs.
Racism sometimes gets a smirk. Pizza gets a smile. And Bobby gets the entire cum. It gets the entire load, obviously. Wow.
There's a new fan fiction being written.
Jesus. All right, Greg, are you ready for the news?
I am.
Are you sure? Do you want to get...
Do you need a minute to talk to Bobby?
Is that for me, dude? Now I'm getting excited. No wonder people love Bobby.
What?
He just brought me a gift, I think.
Oh, there you go.
All right. You ready for the news, Greg?
I am ready for the news.
Here we go.
And now it's time for news with Andrew.
With Greg.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself.
All right. So first story of the night, a mall employee.
Let's get in that mic.
So first story, a mall employee was bit by a lady attempting to steal a stripper pole from a Little Rock Mall Spencer's. The suspect tried to return some items for cash or store credit, but instead the stripper pole looked better than anything. When she didn't have enough cash, she became enraged and tried to leave the store with said stripper pole to try and make it rain. But she was followed by an employee who wrestled the pole away from her. So literally, it was a pole fight.
Ugh. Was she hot at least? Like, does anybody got any photo? I need
I didn't get any. No.
See, that's the hard hitting news. If you're reporting a woman is stealing a stripper pole, like my mind goes to big titties, thong. But I don't want.
From a Spencer's
I want
mall.
That. Yeah,
in Little Rock.
No,
you're shooting way too high for.
They have extra wide doors.
What about Southern Honeys? You never heard of the Southern Honeys?
That's called plastic surgery, Mike.
Oh, all right. What else does it say?
The employee chased her down, wrestled the pole away, but not before getting bit on her upper arm. The woman has fled and has not been found since, police say.
Jeez, she's an escape artist.
But see, the thing is that they really haven't looked hard for her because she's probably going on stage in 5 minutes down at the Krusty Krab. and she's working for clams. So
See, Andrew, this is how you add to the news if you want to. It doesn't make me mad. But stick to the news, Greg.
There was no activism in it, so
yeah.
It wasn't an Andrew original.
There was no personal thoughts.
Yeah.
It was just a joke. This is his Jay Leno monologue.
Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead. What else do we have in the news, Greg, please?
So, a female UFC fighter, Justine Kush, got the shit literally beat out of her Sunday against Felice Herrig.
What is going on?
Literally, if you watch the footage, she literally shits her pants and it is left on the canvas.
Wow.
And what's even better is that she is getting beaten with a rear naked choke, so she's literally getting it choked out of her.
Ooh.
Career change. Just stop.
She did take it like a champ on Monday by stating shit happens, and also she has been contacted by many German Scheiser video companies for a very lucrative sponsorship deal.
Okay, hold on. This is a woman.
Yeah.
I looked at photo. Is she masculine looking? Because I thought it was a man.
No,
is she attractive?
When she's not fighting, a little bit, but when she's fighting, pretty much you're just like, nope, I'm gay.
Oh, Jesus. Is there any UFC women? Are you a UFC guy, Bobby? Just nod. Are there hot UFC chicks, like really hot, like for real? Not Ronda Rousey pretend hot. Bobby's pulling up photos.
He's got Mr. Skin over there. Has got pictures.
Greg, what else does it say in that news article?
That's pretty much it. That she shit her pants and it's all left in the ring.
Okay.
That's just.
All right. Well, I guess.
What happened to you at work today? Shit myself. Everyone saw it on national television. So I'm thinking about quitting.
Who's that? Oh, Bobby just showed me a picture of somebody. Let's see. This is what's her name? Paige Van's. Oh, okay. This is a UFC. She doesn't have that super hard body, ridiculous look though. She is pretty damn hot. Damn.
Does she win?
Post the. Oh wait, Andrew's not here. I was gonna say have him posted in the Facebook page, but.
Yeah, she's definitely attractive.
And the ring.
She's definitely
Don't
hot.
say it. Thomas,
I just said she's
he's
hot.
such a critic, dude. Say how you said it again.
I said she's definitely attractive.
That was no enthusiasm.
Yeah. She's a fighter. That just throws me. It does. Whether or not that's sexist.
What, you don't want them to be fighters? You want them to just take it? You're such a white male. You're such a rapist.
Thomas, are you into sleepovers?
Don't bring up old jokes. Go ahead, Andrew. What? Greg,
motherfucker. The only one he hasn't called Andrew now is Tony.
Yeah. What else does it say in the news, Greg?
Jimmy Fallon has bounced back and beaten Stephen Colbert in the ratings since June.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, since the beginning of this year, since Trump took office. So from June 19th to 23rd, Fallon averaged 2.66 million viewers, as opposed to Colbert's 2.62 viewers.
Get in that mic.
Who really cares?
Apparently some people do, because apparently Fallon was dropping in the ratings because he wasn't going after Trump like Colbert was, and everybody loved it because Colbert was trashing Trump, while Fallon was just still trying to keep the little wholesome, clean, fun.
Yeah, it goes back to what we've been saying. People are getting tired of the Trump news.
Yeah,
it's low hanging fruit. It's not, you're not funny, you're not cutting edge, and yet every comedian, every late night show has now resorted to doing Trump jokes. And it's like, hey, you guys, this isn't polarizing. This isn't cutting edge anymore. Everybody's doing it. And Jimmy Fallon was one of the few that aren't resorting to low hanging political jokes. And listen, if you're the first one to do it, fine, keep going, keep doing it. But Colbert was dropping in the ratings. He was a miserable late show guy. Not meaning he isn't talented. He is talented to a degree. He's not my cup of tea, but he
he's
is
not the same as when he was on the Colbert Report.
No, he wasn't. He's not hired to do politics anymore. He's there to do a late show, and his ratings were abysmal. It was absolutely miserable. And he started doing the low-hanging fruit, started opening up every show, talking about Trump, insulting Trump, not realizing he's eliminating his audience and cutting in half down the road, because guess what, Colbert? Not everybody hates Trump. He got elected as president. That's what I think it's funny that a lot of these comedians and these celebrities don't understand. They get on Twitter, they go on their diatribe, and they continue to hate every single day on this president. And I'm like, do you realize that your career is based on an audience? And when you go in there every day, you can have an opinion, but when you become so obnoxious with an obvious one-sided view, guess what happens? People start tuning out.
Yeah, it gets old, especially when
and
we
what
have
are you going to do?
Years of this still left.
And what are you going to do, Colbert, when the Trump jokes have finally run thin and you can't use them anymore, you're going to have to start being funny again, right? You're going to have to start being creative and start writing. Jimmy Fallon doesn't have to worry because he's been doing the same thing, working his ass. I'm not into Jimmy Fallon's jokes. I think he's too watered down for my taste. He's too clean.
Yeah.
But I've always said this about him, that guy knows how to work. He's taken his SNL roots and he's utilized it into the Tonight Show. And that guy works for his money. He literally shakes his ass for his money. He's pretty much a stripper. He shakes it and he works it on stage every single night to appease his audience. And that's what a performer should do. Not resort to low-hanging fruit, easy jokes that write for themselves. Go ahead, Greg. What else do we have in the news?
So in a small German town of Rheinbach, a fake tanning expert was shot after his fake tan on a bodybuilder smeared and caused him to lose the competition.
Wait, who got shot?
The tanning expert. So
what else does it say?
So the bodybuilding coach goes by the name of Dennis because they don't include the last names in German news, apparently. Shot the tanning expert, Alexander, after the fake tan he applied to his cousin smeared during a judging session of a local bodybuilding competition. Now, Alexander goes on to explain that the tanning goes in two phases. One, the orange coat, so you look like a fucking orange. And then second, the sealing. So the clear coat, so that it doesn't smear when you're under the lights when you're on stage.
That's just way too much knowledge on tanning.
That's what it said in the article. So
I know. I'm not simmer down. He's ready for me now. Hi, Bobby. Can you see me? Go ahead. Continue, Greg.
Dennis claims that he was attacked by Alexander, but then again, Dennis was waiting in the bushes with a gun for Alexander to leave the competition and then shot him in the abdomen.
He's your 8-pack? Yeah, no more.
I'm taking away 2.
Yeah.
That's called subtraction. Now you've got... Shit, I'm a bodybuilder. I don't know what math is.
Oh, that's just way too much effort. If you know the art of tanning, listen, I've trained people back in the days during my gym douche days. I've trained clients and they've been in shows. And I said, hey, you need to get tan. Why? Well, the muscles reveal themselves better when you're darker than when you're pale. So go get tan. I didn't say, hey, get 1 coat, 2 coat. You're not painting a wall.
You're not a car.
Just go get tan. Get your ass tanner. They come out the tanning booth. Yeah, you're not dark enough. Show up for the next 2 or 3 days. Make sure you start out at 3 minutes if you're fair skin, then go to 5 the next day, then go to 6, then go to 8, and eventually you sit in there for a good 20 minutes and you'll have a nice little tan by the end of the week.
You'll have this crispy chicken
There's
skin
no
look.
art to it. There's no
Apparently
first
there
coat,
is.
second coat.
Apparently there is. You need to be like a handyman.
That's just way too much
Did
effort.
You prime the surface first?
Do
you have
You get a primer. You have like the primer first.
Sealant or a rain sealant.
Did you baste yourself in oil before you went into the tanning bed?
That's just weird.
Yeah. What else do we have in the news, Greg?
Well, looks like the American economy is not the only thing affected by Trump, but now online dating is.
Oh.
So
Why?
basically now, if you voted for Trump, that is now a new deal breaker. So if you voted for Trump, get ready to be swiped left when they see your profile in Tinder.
Yeah.
How would they know?
Because don't you put your political?
You fucking told them?
Yeah, you put. In fact, one of the hot. Remember that webcam girl that we talked about that was really crazy? She did the JOI. What's it called? Jerk off.
Jerk off instructions.
Remember, I played her audio.
Yeah,
and she was insanely hot.
Yeah.
She is an avid supporter of Trump.
Okay.
She puts it on her Facebook and Twitter posts, and all she promotes is, I'm a webcam girl and a proud supporter of Trump. So there are people who just don't give a shit. Again, Thomas, guess what? He was elected president of the United States. I think it's weird. It's just weird consensus that everybody hates Trump. It's only because the loudest people on the planet is social media, and they're the ones who actively hate Trump.
They're the ones who've invaded our news.
And the entire world isn't Twitter. The entire world isn't Tumblr.
No.
I'm not saying I'm in love with Trump. I'm just saying I'm not screaming from the rooftops that I hate Trump because it doesn't mean that much to me. I don't give a shit.
I got other shit going on.
Yeah.
I'm trying to move.
I'm trying to fuck. Great. Go ahead. What else does it say?
So basically now it's a measuring stick, and on most sites, people are including that they voted for Trump. And now that is basically being saying, I'm looking for a good, honest woman and not somebody who voted for Trump.
Oh, I would want, listen, there's nothing better than a little bit of debate in a relationship. I think it's hot. When a woman has an opposing view, it turns into sex. It's like, oh, you like Trump?
That means she'll let you grab him by the pussy. So.
Oh. And there's the low-hanging fruit we were talking about.
Yep.
So stupid. What else do we have in the news? I'm going to swipe right on that joke, Greg.
Thank you. And finally, a body was found after days of being locked inside a Walmart bathroom.
Wait, what?
A body was found after days of being locked inside a Walmart bathroom. So now there's a new site popping up that's not the people of Walmart, but now the corpses of Walmart.
Oh.
How long was... Okay.
I don't even know how this happened.
How sad is that statement? You were dead in a Walmart bathroom for days and no one
If I died in a Walmart, I'd probably want to be dead.
That means that the scent coming from that person, when someone went into that bathroom, was like, yeah, this is normal for Walmart.
They probably thought someone was taking a shit.
No, they thought the toilet was broken because the door was locked and it wasn't unlocked until Monday, and then they found the woman inside.
Oh man,
she couldn't get out probably,
and they're not sure how long the body was in the bathroom, so which means she's probably been there a while.
Wow.
And nobody really questioned the smell of rotting fish, but hey,
how do you not? And these are the people
and
that
no one called. No one's looking for you.
These are the people that want $15 an hour. People that can't listen, Walmart employees, you want more than the minimum wage you get now. Guess what? You don't deserve it. You can't even find a dead body.
Hey, hold on there, goddammit. I want $15 an hour to say hello, not find a goddamn corpse. All right, I want $15 an hour.
Listen,
to say hi.
Rickshaw janitor. Hey, Rickshaw janitor. Are you not supposed to clean the bathroom before you leave every night?
Fuck no, that's Pepe's job. Why do you think we fucking hired him under the table?
Okay, where's Pepe? Can I talk to Pepe then? Because I got to get to the bottom of get to the bottom of this as to why someone didn't clean the bathroom. You just left with a stall locked. Everything's fine. Stall's been locked for 2 days. It doesn't need to be cleaned. And what about feet? Was this a super short midget that the feet just dangled that you didn't see? Go ahead, Pepe, the janitor.
I did not know that a body was in the bathroom. I only mopped floors and door was locked. I don't know how to unlock door from outside of stall. And my mom,
his accent needs work on that one.
Had told me that she
right?
was outside waiting for me, and I left to go home and have dinner.
How old are you?
He sounds like Speedy Gonzalez. That's what he just went to. What else do we have in the news, Greg?
That's actually it.
Really? That's all we have?
Yeah, that was all in the news section.
I could have swore we have a few more articles there. Andrew Jr.
Keep going.
Just when I was impressed. I was impressed. Why don't you take us there, Thomas, while he's looking it up?
All right. An accidental alert warns California of an earthquake that happened about 100 years ago in 1925.
Oh my God, this is great. Go ahead.
An algorithm error told Californians that they'd be in for a major earthquake on Wednesday, but the earthquake had already happened in 1925. The automatically generated report from the U.S. Geological Survey indicated that a magnitude 6.8 quake would occur in the Pacific Ocean 10 miles west of Santa Barbara.
People all paranoid.
Thinking about, the Rock movie.
Yeah, getting all ready to leave the town.
As a frame of reference, a magnitude 6.9 earthquake in 1989 killed 63 people and caused $6 billion worth of damages in California. So this is about that scale. Again, 10, 20 years ago.
And apparently, since this is obviously a thing, reporting news back in 1925 and global incidents, it's now seeping through to our radio system because this also cut through recently on radio airwaves.
World War II has commenced. The Nazis have bombed... I'm sorry, I'm rewriting history again. The Japanese have bombed Pearl Harbor.
A day that will live in infamy.
And no, this is not 2017. This is when did Pearl Harbor get bombed?
1941. And he said that.
I'm rewriting history.
Don't learn
tonight.
history from the Rain Man Show.
No, please don't.
So, geologist Rafael Abreu.
Who?
Rafael Abreu?
Spoken like a white man.
A geophysicist with the U.S. Geological Survey told the Associated Press the quake did happen, but it happened in 1925. This should seem like good news, but the false alarm still sent shockwaves through social media. by many automated tweets synced with the USGS alert system were pushed out, sparking concern.
And in other news, Hitler was killed.
Additionally, people around the country began to scratch their heads as no one had reported feeling tremors, something that most certainly would have happened in large number had an earthquake of that size actually come about.
The Kremlin has fallen.
Caesar's dead.
Julius Caesar has defeated the Gauls. Continue.
Still, publications like the Los Angeles Times, which has automated emails from the USGS to aid in its coverage, ended up alerting the public about the fake quake and then had to rescind the message. This is a tweet.
In other news, we have landed on the moon, despite what Alex Jones says.
The LA Times bot even generated an article about the fake quake. This is your news source now. Automated machines based on nothing.
Pamela Anderson has been cast in Baywatch.
Apparently, false alarms are fairly common. They rarely report quakes so big or in such populated areas.
A new episode of Quantum Leap airs tonight.
Researchers from the California Institute of Technology were using new information to analyze the epicenter of the 1925 earthquake in the Santa Barbara Channel. That earthquake, a real one, leveled several buildings and killed many people. And that shows the LA Times article from back in the day. Essentially, the people studying it set off the machine from 100 years ago.
What a bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
Somebody better have gotten fired for that. Can you imagine if they released, though, that United States has bombed Hiroshima?
Yeah.
Again?
Jesus Christ, what happened?
He didn't get it right the first time?
Oh.
Sad. All right, what else, Greg? Have you now caught up?
Yeah, the last news article.
Oh, okay.
Madrid buses move to curtail man-spreading practice.
Oh.
If you're taking a man-spreading,
yeah,
I'll explain in a second.
Sounds sexy.
If you're taking a bus in the Spanish capital, be sure to keep your legs to yourself.
Okay.
Madrid authorities on Monday started putting up signs banning the practice of man-spreading, which is opening one's legs so wide you invade others' seating space on city buses as part of their new etiquette guidelines.
I can see that. There's some people who are assholes and like...
I'd do it.
I mean,
how
one thing if you're by yourself.
How far does someone's legs really spread?
Well, that's the whole thing. If you're being a douche about it, and just because you don't want someone to sit next to you.
Right now on the air, Thomas, spread your legs.
Okay.
Spread those legs.
Okay.
I should probably turn on the hold
you
on.
might want a camera for that theoretically.
Let me look at you trying to sell yourself.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me pull up the jungle music so we can get in the mood for your leg spreading. Hold on. Be patient. You can spread your legs soon. Okay. All right. Let's get into the mood here. Let's see how far you could truly spread your legs, but we got to get in the mood before you spread those legs. You got to allow those tendons to lubricate a bit. Okay, so let's get you in the mood. All right.
I don't know if this is going to work.
Oh, I want to see. I know this is radio, but I want to see how far. You know what? Let me get my camera here. Let me turn the lights on. Hey, Bobby, get those lights.
Oh, Jesus.
And we're just...
This is getting weird now because I really don't think the tree thing is going to help. Greg, what does it actually say? Spain's just kind of pissed about this whole thing?
So the bus company incorporated the ban following an internet signature campaign by a women's group, Mujeres en Lucha, or Fighting Women. In their campaign petition, the women said it was a very common practice, that it's not difficult to see women with their legs closed and very uncomfortable because there's a man beside them who's invading their space with their legs.
Okay. So there's the whole idea is that too many guys. How far can I spread my legs comfortably, or are we going to get like pornographic here? Because you're basically straight up crotch camming me at this point. This is what people have been wanting for a long time. So this would be probably the widest I would spread them, a little bit beyond hips and shoulder length if I was on a public bus, completely relaxed in a public place. Now, am I spread eagle for some kind of doctor's appointment?
Don't you feel violated?
Be extreme. Jesus, you want to be extreme? Someone else is going to have to talk then because of the angle for this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's comfortable right there.
And Thomas
Start
is
scratching and stuff.
Thomas is in position, the same position that he's learned from all those great seminars with Bill Cosby. And
All right, so now we're crotch camming Tony.
Yeah.
He's already there. He's wearing basketball shorts. He's already fully spread.
How wide can I go?
How wide
I'm not
can
even
Tony
tried.
go? He's just relaxed.
There's nothing to see.
Greg's also got a pretty wide stance right now. Greg's got a wide stance.
What is it with white men and wide stances? You usually do that into stalls, don't you?
I got giant fucking balls, all right? I got to give them room. Fuck.
Excuse me, Senator.
All right. See, I get the whole hate about it because if you're in a public place and you're taking up like 2 seats just with your legs like a dickhead, or if someone's sitting next to you, you don't want your thigh and shin rubbing against them. That's just fucking gross and kind of weird, dude.
You know what?
So that's what you learned from Bill Cosby?
I'm going to release this video on Patreon, but it's funny because Greg actually even had the movement going. He even did the leg movement. He was trying.
Shimmy.
I think he might have been trying to seduce me.
It might have been.
I think so.
He was ready with that roofie.
Unless he thought Bobby was, watching as well, then he was like getting excited. He's like, Bobby, look at me. I'm about to spread my legs, Bobby. Watch.
I'm spread for you, Bobby.
Bobby, why aren't you paying attention to me?
All right. Last time I offered my help.
Radio has changed our lives and possibly saved our lives.
Thank you for listening to The Rain Man Show with your host, Michael Flores, with hosts Tony Sabal and Thomas Cowley, Andrew Spindler with the news, audio guru Dustin Lucas, produced by Michael Flores and Dustin Lucas. The Rain Man Show is a Cazador Productions and Rain Man Digital broadcast production. For all things Rain Man, go to rainmanshow.com.